Hello everyone, Craig Ripley here. Welcome to another edition of Living Off the Slab. This is going to be my last episode for 2016. I'm actually doing this video on New Year's Eve, so we're getting ready to celebrate the beginning of a new year. As with any year, 2016 has had its ups and downs, right? We've had some good things, we've had some bad things, but overall, it's been another great year of writing and sharing these videos with everybody. We first passed the 5,000 subscriber mark, and now we're up over 6,000 subscribers here for this video blog. So I really appreciate everybody following along and contributing to the dialogue. Here's to you. Have a great 2017. So for this last video of 2016, I wanted to get away from talking about our travel plans and learning how to ride an adventure bike and so forth. And I wanted to get a little bit philosophical with you. I wanted to talk about technology and its impact on motorcycling. And in particular, I want to know if you guys would buy a talking motorcycle. Now, for those of you who are kind of going, what the hell is he talking about, a talking motorcycle? Well, let me catch you up a little bit. Earlier this year, Kawasaki revealed their plans to develop an artificial intelligence that they're going to build into at least some of their motorcycles that's going to allow you literally to communicate with the motorcycle. And it should actually be able to pick up on emotional changes in your voice and then literally make changes to the bike's suspension and to the power output and so forth, adapting to basically what it perceives as your emotional stress level. So with this AI, you'll be able to put on your helmet, walk out, turn on your bike, and literally ask it how it's feeling today. Right? I mean, basically, it's going to tell you whether all the systems are working properly. It's going to be able to tell you whether it's got the latest version of the software and all of those kinds of things. But literally, you won't have to do the T-clocks check anymore. You just basically ask your motorcycle how it's doing, and it'll tell you if anything needs to be adjusted. In addition, Kawasaki envisions that this technology will be able to warn you of potential hazards, tell you how fast you need to go so that you can hit every light going down a busy street. It'll be able to warn you that a sharp curve is coming up and that you need to slow down. And it'll even be able to send text messages for you. All of this is being done, of course, in the name of safety. It's going to make you safer while you're out there riding your motorcycle. And Kawasaki is not the only one that has these plans. Right? We've also heard similar things from Yamaha. They have their motorcycle riding robot that they released in 2015, and they keep working at it and getting it better, so that's actually going to be able to outperform a human being. At least that is the eventual plan. Now, they say what they want to do with that technology is to learn from it so that, again, they can make the bike safer, maybe add other technologies in, not to replace the human being, but again, to make the rider safer. BMW is also joined into the mix, releasing their vision of the future, which they say they're going to end up with a bike maybe 20 or 30 years out that will not crash, right? It'll be self-balancing, it'll have gyroscopes in it that will keep it upright, it'll be able to tell the angles of the road, and you literally won't need to wear gear, they're suggesting, because the bike will be impossible to crash. Now, if you're an AMA member, you know about this next one that I'm going to talk about, and that is that there's an initiative from the federal government to have every car on the road be able to communicate wirelessly with every other car. And the reason for that is they want to decrease accidents, right? They want car A to be able to know where car B is and car B to know where car C is and so forth. Every car would be talking to each other, and literally there are some concepts where there would be stop signs and traffic lights and things that the cars would also be communicating with, again, just to make the traffic flow better and, again, to decrease accidents. Where the AMA comes in for this is that they want to make sure that motorcycles are included in this initiative. They want the cars to be able to identify the motorcycles, and I guess that means that the motorcycles would have this technology in it, and it would be communicating with everything else out there on the road as well. All of this sounds cool, right? And a lot of people are going to say, well, if it saves lives, great. But I don't know. I guess what my question here is there a limit to all of this, right? Is there a limit to how much burden we want to place on our toys, literally, or our tools, right, to keep us safe. And the reason I'm asking if there's a limit to this is because ultimately, if you want to get rid of all traffic deaths, whether it's by motorcycle or automobile, what you do is remove the human from the equation. I mean, cars are already going in this direction, right? We have the Uber cars and the Google cars and, you know, Tesla and General Motors, and just about every manufacturer now has some degree of self-driving technology that they're going to make available in their cars. And it's just going to get more and more and more, right? They'll already parallel park for you. They'll brake for you if you get too close to another vehicle. So we're getting to the point where, again, we're no longer going to be in control. It's going to be the cars and our technology that is going to be in control. So before I go any farther here, let me say that I am not a Luddite. I don't shun technology. Obviously, I'm making this video on a camera. I upload it to YouTube on a computer. I own one of these things and one of these. And one of these. Along with my big computers, I have laptops as well. You probably saw my video how we've upgraded to the latest communication technologies from Cardo Systems. And this new bike I bought, the Tenere, while it's not the most sophisticated bike out there on the market, it still has ABS, traction control, ride-by-wire, and electronically adjustable suspension. Again, so all of that stuff is cool, right? All this technology, up to this point, I think has, you know, improve the experience of motorcycling, right? And because that's what we're really talking about here, is improving the experience of motorcycling. So let's face it, there is an inherent risk in participating in motorcycling, right? And if we're honest with ourselves, that's part of the appeal, right? Getting out there and learning the skills necessary to master that machine, to make it do what you want it to do, and still be able to come out safe on the other side, that's part of the experience. Here's my question for everybody out there. Is there a point for you when all of this technology, all of these electronic nannies start taking away from the spirit and the experience of motorcycling? If I'm answering that question, say yes. For me, there is some point where the technology takes over and it stops being about me mastering my sport, mastering the art of motorcycling. I mean, you wouldn't want some machine to give you the perfect golf shot, right, every time. And I understand you're not going to die if you hit a bad golf shot, right? But still, there is this challenge that goes along with motorcycling or any kind of sport, right, that is part of the joy, part of that experience. And if we start to take that away, again, with all these electronic nannies and so forth, then it stops being fun. We start living this safe but very bland existence. And I don't know, for me, I just don't want that. And I think a talking motorcycle is starting to head down that road. But anyway, let me know what you think. Just an interesting topic. Doesn't really matter what any of us think. It's going to happen anyway.